Great news, everybody. Truly historic news. The UK government has been quietly looking into something called solar engineering, which is a fancy sci-fi way of saying that they want to spray particles into the sky to dim the sun. Because we've collectively made the planet a little bit too spicy and nobody wants to just turn the thermostat down like normal people. It's basically putting a giant pair of sunglasses on the planet Earth. We didn't think this through. And look, full credit where it's due. Big problem, big swing. I respect the ambition, because new scientific modelling has revealed a slight hiccup. And I want you to imagine the word hiccup here, being said by a man standing next to a smoking engine. While the overarching goal is to cool the global average temperature, it turns out that this could paradoxically, and I love that word, cause localised heating and trigger severe heat waves right here in the UK and Europe. So our grand plan to stop global warming is to accidentally air fry ourselves on purpose, sort of accidentally on purpose.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
If that isn't the most British government outcome in recorded history, I genuinely don't know what is. It's like trying to fix a leaky tap by blowing up the reservoir and then issuing a strongly worded statement about the reservoir's resilience. The actual science is called Solar Radiation Modification. Solar Radiation Modification, or SRM, which, fun fact, is also what I imagine the acronym would be for surprisingly regrettable mistake. Because when I think ideal climate conditions for the home counties, my mind goes immediately to a massive volcanic eruption. Very Pompeii, very lovely conservatory, shame about the ash. We inject aerosols into the stratosphere to bounce sunlight back into space, a process scientists describe as elegant, which I would describe as throwing glitter at the sun and hoping for the best. Except according to the BBC and various climate models, these metaphorical sunglasses don't just dim the light evenly, they've got a magnifying glass lens pointed directly at London, like the sky itself is trying to start a fire with an ant on a Tuesday. And here's my favourite detail. The report says they knew this was a risk going in. This wasn't a surprise, this was a known feature. I need you to imagine that briefing. Right, sir, good news first. The Arctic stable, the polar bears, are thrilled, very chuffed indeed. Bad news, Kent is now technically a deep fryer. The M25 has melted into what can only be described as a liquish adjacent substance, and Surrey, gone. We don't know where Surrey went. And the response? Almost certainly the reply nod and a measured, right then, carry on. It's the ultimate. Except instead of Britney Spears, it's a continental scale climate event. Slightly less slightly less catchy, much worse for property values. But don't worry, I'm sure that the same transport network that can't get a train from Birmingham to Manchester without a 40-minute signalling issue will be absolutely flawless at fine-tuning the chemical composition of the entire stratosphere. What could possibly go wrong? Honestly, if they can't fix the fucking potholes on the A40, I have concerns about them recalibrating the sky. Picture it as you look out the window. July 2035. The sky above London is lovely. Permanent shade of industrial haze grey, somewhere between overcast Tuesday and the inside of a printer. We have technically, successfully dimmed the sun. Mission accomplished. Box ticks. And yet the pavement is inexplicably boiling. Eggs are frying themselves on the steps of Parliament out of sheer spite. We'll be sitting there in 45-degree heat, looking up at the dark, miserable sky, genuinely complaining that we miss the sun, while our semi-detached homes slowly, gently turn into the world's least efficient slow cookers. That is if they haven't been decommissioned by the government for not being environmentally friendly. And naturally, the government will respond the way the government always responds, with a leaflet, a nice, calm, reassuring leaflet titled, How to Enjoy Your Spontaneous Combustion. A Citizen's Guide. Page 1. Have you tried opening a window? Page 2. Remember, A light jumper can also trap heat, so perhaps don't. Page 3 is just the word sorry in very small font. It's the irony really that gets me. We spend 45 years cheerfully ignoring the climate. Then, at the 11th hour, we decide to fix it with a hack that just might slow roast the very people who invented it. It's almost poetic, in a we're all going to be medium rare sort of way. Somewhere a screenwriter is furious that they... Somewhere there is a screenwriter furious that they didn't think of this. And the best part, this isn't even the worst case scenario. This is the plan working. This is Tuesday. Imagine what they've got filled under acceptable losses. So, if you, like me, are looking forward to a glittering future where we can all live in a dim grey, faintly smoking oven, good news, you're in luck. The government is, as we speak, on the case, and as we all know, they have an absolutely flawless, unimpeachable track record. With complex, large-scale logistical projects. None come to mind right now, but I'm sure there's one, somewhere, in a binder. Anyway, we'll all be fine. Probably. Statistically, someone will be fine. If you have enjoyed this deep dive into our potentially crispy future, do the YouTube things, like, subscribe, comment, all of it, preferably while you still have a functioning keyboard, working, Wi-Fi. Stay cool everyone, while you still legally can. This has been me, Chris Brooks, with a K. I'm not a licensed meteorologist. I'm barely licensed to operate this camera. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Look after yourselves, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.
Truth, freedom and unity return to Norfolk this summer. Join the Thetford Truth and Freedom Festival on July 17th and 18th, 2026 at the Angel Inn, Larling. 2 days where like-minded men and women gather to share ideas, raise the frequency and explore truth. From 10 a.m. to 6 p.m, enjoy guest speakers, topical presentations, then from 7 p.m. to midnight, relax with live bands, singers and a resident DJ. Camping pitches for tents or vehicles, with or without hookups, are available at a reduced rate for festival goers. Book directly with the Angel Inn reception on 01953 717 963 with street food, festival stalls and real ales, all for just £20 a ticket. This is more than a festival. It's a gathering inspired by the spirit of Thomas Paine. July 17th and 18th, the Angel Inn, Larling.